Welcome to High Level Athlete with Coach Mateer. We dive deep into the lives of high school sports stars, uncovering their secrets to success both on and off the field, exploring their training methods, mental fortitude, and dreams for the future. This episode is sponsored by Youth Sports Performance. YSP is dedicated to promoting sportsmanship, building self-esteem, and fostering leadership to youth through education, mentorship, and sports training. Today, we're joined by a senior Lambert lacrosse athlete. He is a two-time All-County as well as two-time All-State recipient. As both a sophomore and junior, he was named varsity team captain. His team has played for the state championship each of his 3 seasons. Twice they finished as runner-up. As a freshman, they captured the school's 6th lacrosse state championship. He holds the school record for most points in a season with 114. He was named Forsyth County's 2023 Player of the Year, and most recently he earned All-American honors. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Brooks Wehman.
Thank you for having me.
What's up, big dog?
Nothing much.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, before I start, I gotta say, Brooks is probably one of my favorite guys to chat with outside of weight training, because this man comes in smiling every day. He's gonna find something to laugh about every day. So I'm excited to interview him, just to kind of learn more about him and let you all understand what makes him great and what makes him at the top of his game. So Brooks, let's just jump into it. When it comes to lacrosse, what does it mean to you to be able to play the sport of lacrosse?
Yeah, so for me, my dad played at the Naval Academy, so, growing up, it's not big down in the South, but it's growing. And so my dad found the lacrosse program here at Lambert, and so ever since I was 6 years old, I've been on the sidelines. I mean, there's a photo of me in the school. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's of me with the team. I'm like 4 years old in it. And so watched both my brothers come through here, and I mean, it means everything. I mean, growing up, and you've just been wanting to do it so bad, and now that you get the opportunity to live it out, it's just something that I've always dreamed of as a kid, for sure. Especially to be able to play all 4 years.
So you say your dad helped found, so when the school was built in 2009,
Yep.
So your dad was one of the originals.
Yeah, he was like the head coach for lacrosse. Obviously, he doesn't work at the school, so they need someone that works at the school to be a head coach. So they had Josh Sagal do it, but he was the one that she started the program and started to get it rolling. And I mean, they made it to the state championship. Their state semifinals his second year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, okay.
Yeah, well, that's been rolling.
So it's in your blood. Let's just say it like that.
That helps, yeah.
It's in your blood. You said 2 brothers came through as well?
Yep.
Both of them played?
Yep, one of them won a state championship in 2016, and then they both won it together in the field in 2018. And I was able to watch that, and that was really cool.
Wow. All right, and as part of you saying what it means to you, the sport is more popular up north.
Yeah.
How has it grown in terms of your experience? How has it grown in the South, though?
So for me, I've got I play on a summer club team, and I've got a bunch of buddies that are committed to play at the next level. And I mean, you see more and more Southern athletes go up and make differences at the next level. Like Maryland's a good example. They've got 2 really good players from Georgia. One that was a preseason All-American, and he actually was really good. And so, I mean, it's definitely, you're seeing more and more athletes from the South develop into more lacrosse players, and it's becoming way more competitive down here, for sure.
I like it. So what position do you play?
I'm an attackman.
Attackman?
Yeah.
All right, so for the people that, once again, we're in the South, we're in Georgia, and a lot of people, they've heard of the sport, they don't know. So when you say attackman, give me, what's your objective? What is your thing?
So it's like a striker in soccer. My goal is I stay on the offense side of the field because I'm too fat and lazy to play defense. So it's just not something I want to do. So I try and score goals. Obviously, it's me and 2 other guys that are usually designated to stay on the offensive side of the field. And I play X, so I play behind the goal. So it's really hard to explain that because it's one of the only sports where you can go behind the goal. But, I mean, it's definitely a whole different perspective playing with the entire defense in front of you versus the goal being turned away from you.
Got it. Okay, so let's just go education.
Yeah.
So on the opposing side, how many people on each?
There's 11 on each team.
So 11 on the field, so 22.
Or 10 on each team.
Okay.
You got a goalie, And then you got 3 midfield, 3 defense, and 3 attack.
Got it. Okay. So we don't count the face-off guy because he's on it.
Well, he's considered a fogo, so it's face-off, get-off.
Okay.
And so, like, once he faces off, he's off for midfield. Him and then an LSM is a long stick midi. It's a defensive midi that has a long pole.
Got it.
Those are like the 2 other like special positions.
Okay. All right. So for you, out of those various positions you just named, how many have you actually played? How many of those positions?
All of them growing up.
Really?
Yeah. I used to play. We played mini lax, and I'd play goalie up until I got hit in the no square when I was like 8. I was done there. I did not like that. But yeah, I played LSM for fun when I was in like 6th grade. I mean, I've been playing since I was 6 years old. I used to face off, and I'd be like 3 times smaller than the actual kids. But yeah, I mean, I've played all of them, and I still to this day play everything but defense and goalie. I mean, they'll bring me out of the box for midfield sometimes.
So you can do it if you had to.
Yeah, I think I could. Usually people can't. I think I could.
Yeah. So growing up, what sports did you? I think you said you feel like you touched almost all of them.
Yeah.
Like, give us a rundown, seriously.
All right, I played baseball, soccer, basketball, which I still play, lacrosse, football, which you go over to Sharon Springs. Not to be that guy, but I was like Mini Manziel. I've gotten recently into golf. It doesn't count because I'm horrible, but it's like baseball and soccer were my 2 growing up besides lacrosse, basketball, and football that I played all the time.
What was your 2? Say it again. Your 2
Baseball, soccer.
I'm saying you said what was your main thing? Okay. So, and am I right with in middle school, football, basketball, and obviously lacrosse?
Yep.
When you got to high school, you just started focusing on basketball and lacrosse.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have the body composure to play football. I'm 5'5", for you guys wondering. Not very big still.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't know how that works in basketball. I know it doesn't make sense, but
And we're going to talk about basketball in a second.
All right.
So you played all of those sports growing up. Was lacrosse your first love?
Yeah, lacrosse and football for sure. So growing up, we used to go to college football games. It'd be me and my brothers all the time. We'd play front yard football, and I have 2 older brothers, and they bully me like none other. Like, I would get thrown in bushes and stuff. Like, to this day, there's still implants in my body in bushes. So we play front yard football, but like I said, like growing up watching lacrosse, like being on the field during it all, like I fell in love with it, and I learned so much that I was just so ahead of like knowledge-wise of the game than some of the players around me. So I just loved watching it. But that was definitely it. That and football, because I loved watching college football. Still there.
You been Clemson guy.
Yeah.
What's behind that? Cause you in Georgia now.
My half brother went there, so that happened. And then my dad's coworker was a backup quarterback there, and he gave my dad season tickets one year. And ever since, my dad kept buying season tickets because he went to Navy, so their football team's horrible. And so we kept going to the games ever since I was young, and so we've been doing that. But my brother went to Georgia then, and then my other brother went to Tennessee, so the house is kind of divided now.
Divided on. And where did mom fall in all this?
She went to Texas.
Really?
Sea girl. Yep.
Wow, so y'all just kind of, y'all all over. But it's safe to say everybody loves sports, though, in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Big sports.
My mom played tennis growing up, and then my dad, he played football, lacrosse, and basketball in high school.
Okay. Man, so growing up, I mean, they put a ball in your hand ASAP.
Yep.
It's been on ever since.
Yep.
So you really can't visualize yourself not being a part of the sport.
No.
Can't do it.
No. And it's coming soon, which sucks.
Yeah, so 114 points.
Yeah.
Leading the school. That's a school record in a season.
Yep.
How does that happen? That's a lot of points.
I mean, a lot of it is just like it's kind of just like the way that we run our offense and stuff. And the guys around us, obviously, like I had 50-something assists. So it's obviously guys finishing shots and stuff like that. But I would say a lot of it's like the way the coaches put me in a position to be successful. And it's just like the easiest way I can put it is, I mean, it was like just our game plans and the way we attack. Sometimes I would have, like one game I had 11 points and one game I'd have 2 points. It's just like it's different for each team, and we're lucky enough to have the coaches and the guys around me to like be able and just to experience like it all and be very successful with how we play against different opponents, because that's why we've been so like, that's how we've won so many games in the past years, is because we just are able to take different, like, looks at opponents and play them in different ways.
Yep.
So
that leads, I'm sorry, go.
No, you're good.
That leads to my next thing, and I want, let's see, because this guy's been around the game so long, we about to see how good he is. So for a person that's may not know anything, they know a little bit about the sport. You scored 114 points. That's a lot of points. Give me an example of a play that is drawn up for you to get a goal. Like, see if you can talk us through a scenario.
We've got one. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a pick at the goal line. So the goal is like, here's the goal, and it's facing up. And so I start with the ball in the bottom left, and basically I push left. This guy dummy dodges down, so the defense slides. So it's just getting him moving.
Yeah.
And then he passes to me, and I come to the right, which is the goal. It's right here. And a guy comes down and sets me a pick right off the goal line.
Pick.
So it's a quick shot right off the rib.
Do you like in basketball, you know, like a lot of, let's say a 3-point shooter, they have like their sweet spot. Like they may be top of the key corner. Like, do you have like a sweet spot on the field where if I'm here, y'all, listen, I'm like, it's almost automatic for me?
From shooting perspective,
yes,
probably the right wing. So like where I am, like on fast breaks and stuff, because I can just get it to a quick release and have the whole goal. But I mean, when it comes to like attacking, it's pretty much it's usually X, but it can be from anywhere because it's so different with how you have to read the defense and stuff. Like football, you have to start this way, but in lacrosse, you can start in the opposite way. Like you can attack from anywhere.
Got it.
It's kind of like the best way to put it is like the goal is kind of like an island, and then when you're attacking, it's like ships coming from all around because you don't know where to go or who to defend when it comes to sliding and stuff like that. So, I mean, definitely I attack most from X, though, because that way I can play with my head up and the whole defense has to turn around so the guys, they don't know what their guys are doing behind them.
Right.
And so it makes it easier for that when it comes to, like, feeding and then shooting, definitely the right wing off fast breaks and stuff.
Okay. So in order for you to 114 points, I'm stressing that. I mean, you have to be fairly accurate with your shot. You don't have to be like 90% to say, but you got to be fairly accurate. Is that safe to say?
Yeah, I mean, lacrosse is so much different than any other sport because you can get the ball when you miss, right? So when you miss, you've got the chase behind. So obviously you're going to be accurate, but like, I mean, if I had 4 goals in a game, I'd probably take 10 to 11 shots that game. So it could be anywhere from 4 in a game to 4 to 11.
Got it.
I mean, it all depends on the day, but I would definitely say that you do have to be fairly accurate to play.
Yep. So what do you do? Obviously, you have practice.
Yeah.
What do you do outside of practice to work on your shot?
So this is another thing that makes Lambert so special is we have that upper turf. And we've got so many kids that are just willing to go out there, and we've got coaches that are willing to go out there. So, like, I know during the season we would have, after practice, we'd have 7 or 8 kids just shooting, just drilling the shots with a goalie in the goal after practice for like 30 to 45 minutes.
After practice?
Oh, yeah. Like, we'll have people come out before, and it's so different because everyone wants to strive to be the best they can, and the coaches are there for it because they'll sit there and set up drills for you to go. And so we've got a fall ball program where we play. We obviously go to a summer tournament, and then I've got the summer lacrosse with Thunder, which is like my club team. But I would say, I mean, anytime I could text our team group chat saying, does anyone want to go shoot? And I'll have 3 or 4 kids answer.
Automatic.
Automatic.
Whether it's your position or not, it's just guys that want to get better.
Sometimes we'll have pulls come out there and shoot.
Really?
Yeah, and they just want to be out there.
Wow.
Yeah. It's unique. It's definitely different. It's going from that to basketball, it's definitely different. It's a whole unique feel.
So speaking of that, with like you say, you can put it in a group chat, and guys be willing to me, that speaks on the tradition of Lambert lacrosse. You obviously you grew up knowing of Lambert. Obviously, you could only come as a freshman in the building. Based on what you knew about the program as a sibling with your brothers or your dad starting the program. And when you started, like actually now I'm a part of the team.
Yeah.
Like, was it all you thought it was going to be? More?
It was more, because for me, I mean, for growing up, the next big thing about Lambert is we have the youth program where, I mean, I've been playing, like this senior class, we've got, I think we had 8 or 7 kids be all-state team, all in our class, and or 6 or 5, one of those numbers. And I mean, we've been playing with each other since like when we were 9 years old. So like, growing up, it's with your best friends, but like just to like be in the moment. I mean, like just walking down and hearing this like the purge alarm come on and going out there with just your buddies is so much fun.
Yeah, and the same guy.
I mean, it's because I was hurt my freshman year. I fractured a bone in my spine, and so I didn't play up until the playoffs. And so when I got out there, the first game was like a top 5 matchup in state, and I was pooping myself. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean it was awesome. Just like we ended up losing by a goal, but I mean just the atmosphere and everything. It's just so different. It's definitely a feeling that's just like wow. Like,
wow, yeah.
Because, I mean, it's your best friends. And, I mean, it's as much as it is competitive, it's so much fun. And, I mean, it's nonstop laughing on the field.
Well, I can imagine if you
yeah.
Brooks, if you are a part of the group,
yeah,
there's gonna be some laughing going.
Oh,
that's just you.
We'll be in like at the state championship when we were coming out of the timeout. It's like a tie game. We've got like 4 kids just dying laughing. I mean, the game's on the line, and we got 4 kids just dying laughing. Yeah, it's just how it is.
But y'all guys are so confident though.
Yeah.
Because y'all got so many reps.
Oh, yeah, and we trust each other. That's another big thing that you have to have when you're a team.
Right.
So, I mean, I know, for instance, like I've got, like Cole, who's in our class, every time I pass to Joe, I feel like a 200. I mean, you can see some of the film where I'm literally turning. It's like Steph Curry hitting a 3. Yeah. I'll pass it to him, and I'm turning around like where
you already know.
Because I already got a feeling it's going in. And so it's just the trust in that. We got Skyro winning face-offs. I'm pretty sure he's like 85% of the year, so you know it's coming.
Yeah.
And so it's definitely the confidence in the kids, and then like I mean we're all best friends. We hang out after practice, before practice. It's like the captains this year. We've all been best friends since we were like 7 years old.
Wow.
Like with all sports. So I mean we definitely know how to rally off each other and just bring the team together. So I'm excited for this year too.
Yeah. So I know you were hurt your freshman year.
Yep.
But as a team, y'all brought it home. Y'all won the state championship. So okay, I'm sorry. You came during the playoffs.
Yeah, so I came back 2 games before the playoffs. We played Pope and then Lovett. Pope was senior day. No, we played Lovett then Pope.
Okay.
Lovett we lost by a goal. They were really good. They won state that year in their classification. And then Pope we lost by a goal too. And that was senior day. They started every senior. You remember Joshua Huntington?
Yep.
He was playing defense. I blame my dad for that game. He knows it.
You're not supposed to be editing certain things, but I think I might just let it roll.
I definitely blame him for that game. And so we ended up losing both those games, and I was battling with another player, Cody. He was an awesome role model, just how to get me like accurate. It's Kessering, you remember? Just getting me like with the team and just like, and so we battled it out, and we ended up playing together. My first game ever starting was the state championship game. So that was my first game ever lining up, and like with the pregame and everything, and that was unbelievable. But we ended up playing Pope again in the playoffs, and we beat them 15-2. So you can see why I blame my dad. And then we ended up playing Grovetown. Do you remember that story? We had a dance battle after the game with the team. And then we played, I think it was Woodstock, and we beat them pretty good. And then who did we play in the semis? Buford, at Buford. That was a close game.
That was a good game.
And then the state championship was against Wallen. We went down 4-0.
Wow.
Came back and won.
So how was that, now that you think back, how was that ride? You're a freshman. You've been a part of the program, but not a part because, you were too young. Yeah. But, like, now you're here. Y'all in the state championship game. You in the starting lineup. Like, you were the big boys as a freshman.
Yeah, it was straight out of a movie for sure because it was like, the crowd is so different compared to like just at Lambert or like anywhere else where like you get there and you're just like, oh my God. And so I just remember sitting there, and I remember we were like starting, and everyone's jumping up and down, and I wasn't moving. I was like shaking. I was like, oh my God.
They were getting hyped before the game.
Yeah, sitting there like, here we go. But yeah, it was definitely, I mean, I had the first goal of the game, so getting that opportunity to shoot it came off a pick. Danny came around and I cut and was able to shot it. I thought I was going to miss. I'm not going to lie. I was freaking out. But when just like the relaxed feeling of like knowing that you can compete with everyone is just like a huge thing. And I had the confidence, but like having something to prove it kind of just like set it off. And then we ran off from there.
Ran off.
Yep.
So even though it was the state championship game, but you played meaningful minutes leading up to the state championship game. Just got the start in that game.
No.
So you played a key role on the team since you stepped foot on campus. So how would you say your role has changed from freshman? Obviously, you still have another year left, but to your junior year.
A lot of it would be like, so my freshman year, obviously Danny Kesselring was like the main guy on our team, and he was unbelievable. He plays at Albany now, and so like shadowing him was just like huge for me because I mean he was just a huge role model, and I mean I would be nowhere with my game right now if I didn't play with him like and under him and see like what he did. But the biggest thing for me is I would just say like my effect on others around me. Like freshman year I was kind of a learner, just trying to see like how all I can make a difference. And then once it hit sophomore and past year especially, it came down to, I mean, I know the offense so well. Now I can help the guys around me know the offense so well and help them produce. So it basically came down from a learner to a teacher when it came to moving up in age for sure. Because, I mean, I know going into this year, I'm still teaching. We got a good freshman class coming up, and I can't wait to give these guys tips and just show them how our offense rolls and different stuff like that, and hopefully leave them with an impact that Danny left me.
From a learner to a teacher. Team captain, sophomore year.
Junior year.
So just junior year.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and then this year.
Okay, so team captain, why you? Like what made, because I'm assuming this is a coach's decision.
Yeah.
If you had
it's player voted on and coaches.
Okay, why do you feel like they voted Brooks Wehman as team captain?
I'd say a lot of it is just like going out there and competing with guys every day so they know that like when we're out there, we're going to have fun, but it's like I'm going to push them to be the best they can, and I hope they push me to be the best I can. But a lot of it, I would say, also is just like how it, like, I would say most of the teaching, too, with, like, just production, like film. Like, we would watch a lot of film, and I would help guys understand, like, what's going on here, what's going on there. And guys would tell me what to do, too. Like, in senior class this past year with, like, AJ and Charlie and all of them, they would teach me how to almost like, there would be different game films. You'd be like, okay, you see how to break down this guy, you see how to break down this guy, and I would teach them and stuff like that. And I would say a lot of it just came down to like having an on-field voice. I wouldn't say I was the leader of the offense, but I was one that had a voice on the field and would help people out and really establish, like echo the coach's calls and really understand what all was going on. So I think that's a big part of it too.
Got it. Now, do you see that role changing any going to your senior year? Once again, you're team captain, or one of the captains, make sure I'm clear on that. There's a couple of you all. Do you see your role changing any coming into this senior year?
Honestly, no. I see it as, I would say this year would be the coaching of the offense for sure, because, I mean, we've got we lost, I mean, a good amount of middies and offensive guys from last year off the senior year. So we have Cole returning, who's a senior with me. But besides that, our other attackmans are juniors and sophomores and freshmen. And our middies are going to be juniors, sophomores, and freshmen. And we'll have a couple seniors. But I would definitely say I'll have a more impacting role on getting everyone settled in and really getting these freshmen impacted, like, and almost like acclimated.
Yep.
Because it's like the biggest thing for me when I was in freshman years, I mean, all the seniors would push you to be the best you could. Yeah. And I mean, whether you were a freshman or a senior, they are hitting you just as hard. And that's how I want it to be when we're seniors, just let these guys see what they're going to be doing for the next 4 years and really making a big impact so that they've got to live up to it. And and then so that they got to live up to it. And I just see myself kind of teaching these guys, like, this is how your Lambert lacrosse journey is going to be. And buckle up, because Coach Lewis is not like you messing around too much. Yeah, that's for sure.
So, leadership. So what type of leader would you consider yourself? Because obviously the word leadership is that word, but you know it's so many different types of lead. If we ask the guys, what would they say?
Honestly, it'd be like I think it would be like kind of like a serious one with a joking manner, but like a pissed off one. Because the only time I really lead is when I'm like pissed off, and so because that's when I'm like yelling at guys, and it's not yelling at them because they did something wrong. It's yelling at them because they're not doing it to their full potential. And so as a leader, I would say the most that they would think of is a teacher, because I mean just like growing up with the game for so long, and like obviously these guys are experienced and they're very good players. Like I know a guy like Skyro, for instance, he's going to play St. John's, so he's a very good player. But there's still tips and tricks that we teach each other every day to help each other make better. But I would say teacher for sure, because I'm helping him with different things that can really excel his game to the next level, because I've been around it for so long.
I like it. So teacher.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I don't know what they would say.
Well, it makes sense though.
They're probably there. They're me serious, because my nickname on the team's Meatball. So
Is what?
Meatball. So I'm sure they wouldn't take me serious, but
And how did you get that name?
because I'm fat. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. So what? When you say a teacher, it makes sense. Your dad is a coach, right? He's been coaching as long as you know, right?
Yeah.
And coach and a teacher is the same in one, same thing. Now, what other sports do you currently participate in?
Basketball.
Basketball. So give us a little bit about that, because now you talk lacrosse, you talk basketball, like that. That's like,
I would say,
how you know basketball? Why basketball? Why is that?
Because when I came in, I thought it'd be the one that would put me the most in shape. And Coach Wages was my coach in middle school.
Okay.
Before when Bracco was here. So when I heard that he took over, I was like, he came and talked to me, and he really convinced me to play. And he was like, I promise you, like, we'll make you a good player. You just gotta. He said we'll make you a good shooter. That still hasn't happened, but that's more of my fault. But I would definitely say, and believe it or not, basketball and lacrosse are the same thing. It's just
Really?
one's on
Give me similarities.
pick and rolls, the way you slide on defense.
Wow.
It's like when you hear basketball and you hear lacrosse, from a lacrosse perspective, people will reference basketball all the time.
Really?
Yep. So like, for instance, like basketball, when you're playing, when it's like a 4-on-3 fast break, right? You got coming down, you're playing a triangle defense. It's the same thing in lacrosse.
Wow.
When you're playing in basketball, when you've got guys breaking out in certain ways, you make a save in lacrosse, same way. It's like a rebound and you're pitching out and going. It's like the biggest thing is the live subbing, but for a lot of it's basketball. A lot of it was basketball is the defensive side with how guys slide and step up. So like when guys step up, the backside guy's going to drop down. It's the same thing in lacrosse.
Yep.
So it's actually helped me a lot when it comes to reading defenses, because basketball you just have to do it at 100 times faster because you're in a quicker area. Or a smaller area. But yeah, it's definitely, the reason I chose it is because it was the most like lacrosse and I had to get in shape. I was horribly out of shape when I was coming in, so that was the other thing.
So now with basketball, so I've seen you play both. Yeah. This is what's crazy though. Offense is your thing, 114 points in lacrosse, but in basketball,
Defense.
It's defense.
Because it's like lacrosse, I can read it defense. I can't dribble or shoot. I'm not. And being 5'5" helps me in no way, shape, or form. So it's definitely not. You gotta score points. That's for sure.
Any leadership role on the basketball team?
Yeah, I'm a captain.
You are.
I'm like we don't really have like captains, but I mean when they need something to the team, they go through me. And I'd say a lot of it isn't because I'm the best player, because clearly I'm not even close. But it's definitely just like I'm the one guy that everyone can easily talk to, without being pissed off at each other.
Yeah.
Which isn't like a bad thing. It's because they're very competitive. But I would definitely say it comes from, obviously I've been playing with Coach Wages since I was like in 6th grade. So I've been, even when I was smaller and fatter, I was playing with him. So now that we're growing up, I mean, I've played with him and I understand like where he's coming from with different stuff. So he'll ask me, but a lot of it is I'm so competitive and I hate losing that when it comes up to someone to say something, I'll be the guy to say it.
So you got leadership role in lacrosse, leadership role in basketball. teacher. That's how you would describe yourself. And you just said something. You said you hate losing. You're a competitor.
Yeah.
I would agree. Now, in the weight room, give us your back squat max. What's it?
405.
405.
I haven't hit it close since. So.
But just go with me, though.
Yeah.
So first thing is if we talk basketball, that's a big number, huge number for basketball. Yeah. But even in lacrosse, though, that's still a huge number.
Yep.
So how do you feel your strength has helped you in both sports? Let's talk basketball first.
Basketball, definitely, because, I mean, it's definitely like when you're 5'5" and you're competing with 6'5" kids, you got to be strong. So, like, if you're going to get rebounds and so, like, at one point I was leading our team in rebounds last year, which was just unbelievable, which Coach Wade is just not happy with. But it's definitely, like, having that strength and that, like, just ideal, like, body to be able to go and compete with these other big body guys that just get it naturally is definitely huge. And then even in lacrosse, when it comes to, like, from my freshman year to my junior year, the biggest difference is I got faster, I got stronger, and I gained more confidence playing the game and learned more. And I mean, when you're faster and stronger, everything's easier.
Yes.
So it's definitely helped for sure.
So obviously take it, knowing that you are faster, stronger, your mentality changes.
Yeah,
going
totally. On. You get more. You go into games going, I'm going to beat my guy every time versus how can I beat my guy every time? And it's kind of like different things like that is like, I know that I can out-physical this team and outrun this team versus when you're going in your freshman year, like, okay, I'm not fast in this kid, I'm not strong in this kid, it's going to come down to the mental game. And so it's definitely helped a lot.
Okay. So let's talk mental game.
Mm-hmm.
Lacrosse, like I said, freshman year state champion, sophomore year runner-up, junior year runner-up.
Yep.
So you played forward every time. It takes a certain mentality for one to go through an entire season knowing what's at stake, state championship.
Yeah.
Give us, on average, I know we're talking about 3 years putting it together. What's team mentality? And now let's talk Brooks Wehman mentality. Okay. We're talking lacrosse.
So our team's goal every year is to win state. There's no doubt in my head that it's to win state. I mean, we know it'll be to win the game in front of you, but it is everyone plays lacrosse knowing that at the end of the year we're gonna have a chance to go and play in state or go and try and play in state. And so I think our mentality this year after losing back-to-back state championships is we want to kill everyone. We don't want enough losing. We're tired of it. And I mean, the biggest thing for us is just competitiveness and practice and stuff like that. So for our team, it's the way my mentality I'll come back to the team in a second. My mentality is play every practice or every game like you're in the state championship. So I've played it 3 times and I know how it feels to play in it and I know the different aspects of it. And it's different because there's a crowd and there's an atmosphere and stuff, but it's the same game.
Same game.
Every day. So going 100% in practice and games, whether it's a team that's horrible or a team that's very good, it's going to be a competitive game, is huge for me. And a lot of I'd say my biggest thing is do it for each other. Like, and that's the other team that ties it back to the team mentality is, I mean, these guys are your best friends for the rest of your life. I still talk to kids that were seniors my freshman year. And I know my brothers still talk to kids that were seniors his freshman year, and they talk to, and I mean, the craziest thing is you will see guys, like I'll still see guys that played together when I was like 7 years old, and they'll still be hanging out every day. So they're your best friends for life, and I know that people do it for each other. Like last year, coming up short sucked, but at the end of the day, there's 6 or 7 of us walking out of the locker room at the same time, knowing that, man, some of you guys had a great career and we had a great season, and I mean, we're going to be best friends the rest of our life. So it comes down to doing it for each other and ultimately doing it to get a ring on the finger.
Get a ring on the finger. State championship, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Period.
Yep.
So you're active year-round. I know you're not doing a fall sport. I know you're training, though.
Yeah.
So how does your training go into effect with your sports? Like we talked about the 405 specifically. Let's just talk training in general, because you take your strength training. You've been a part of this class for 4 years.
Yeah.
So it's obvious you believe in the sports performance piece.
Yep.
So where are you with sports performance as it relates to your sports?
I would say a lot of it is like just so like it is so different with having the confidence that you are just as strong and just as fast as the kids versus when you're not. So like, for instance, like working hard in the weight room is huge because that's how you can, that's first off, it's competitiveness and it's pushing yourself to be the best you can. And I mean, if you're not doing that every day, I don't know why you're playing a sport. But for like the training in the off season, like we train in here, our coaches got us going for basketball in the mornings. We're about to start up fall lacrosse, which is in the afternoon. So it'll be multiple things a day. But I mean, I do it for the love of the games because I just love competing and playing with like the people around me. And so, I mean, I would say the biggest thing when it comes down to training in sport and like bringing it over to sports is obviously the stronger and faster you are, the better you're going to be, a player you're going to be, because that's just obvious. But it teaches you a lot too with like how to mentally aspect it. You fail a squat, you're going to be angry with yourself and you're going to think you're getting weaker and this and that. But when you bring it to the sports, it's the same thing. You've got to take the mentality that you have in here and it's, all right, today's not my day, tomorrow's going to be my day. And I mean, you're going to have days where it's bad and days where it's good, but it's got to be, it definitely transfers over to your competitiveness and your mentalness in the sports for sure, more than as much as it is physicality.
Wow. Okay. So, food.
Love it. I love it.
Oh, I didn't give him a question now. So food.
Just imagine everyone watching this, all the things they're going to say when they hear food.
So we want to food, I think fuel, right? I think this is going to help me perform.
I eat horribly, by the way.
Say it again?
I eat horribly.
All state.
Yeah, it's
all state, all region, all category.
I'll get my protein here for sure, but it's definitely, I should be eating it, especially this year. I really got kid on it. But
let's chunk it. Let's chunk it. Okay. Let's go breakfast first.
I don't eat breakfast usually, so there's strike one. I just learned how to make eggs though. I just learned how to make eggs by myself.
Mom, Dad, thanks to who? Who taught you?
My girlfriend actually taught me. I was starting one day. She's like, make eggs. I don't know how to do that. I'll teach you. Yeah, no, but I just started to learn how to make eggs, so I'll make those every once in a while. But I usually don't eat breakfast. I usually wake up 15 minutes before school because I can get over here in 3 minutes, and that's when I'm here. Hop in the shower and get here.
All right, so on average, no breakfast.
Yeah, I would say.
All right, so what does lunch look like for you typically?
Another bad habit. I usually go out to eat. It's usually Chipotle or Chick-fil-A.
Those are your two spots?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's protein still. But, I mean, my mom will make me, like, a good solid protein every probably twice a week because she knows I eat horribly, and she's like, you got to eat this. But usually, now that I get out right before lunch, it's pretty much that.
Okay.
Every day.
So, if you had a game today, and you out of school at whatever time, noon or whatever, it's lunchtime, are you changing anything because it's a game day?
Yes, for sure.
Thank God, sir.
Yeah. 1,000%. I can't eat before games, like major, so like now would be a great time. I'd probably grab Chipotle, come home, eat it, and then I'd probably be drinking water all day and just drilling like liquid IV and stuff like that just to get my body ready, and then I'd take a nap and wake up like 2 hours before or like an hour before I have to be at the game, so I know I'm really awake. And then I'll watch a little game film just to figure out like once again what I'm about to be doing. But a lot of it comes down to getting to the fields early and just talking with everyone.
Okay.
Because I mean everyone's in the locker room before games and they're all in there to have a good time. And it's pretty obvious.
That's obvious.
Sometimes it's bad. But, I mean, before the state championship game, we showed up in jorts and a wife beater, so it's fun.
Yeah, no, y'all make fun. Y'all have fun. So breakfast, no, he's going to get better because he learned how to cook eggs.
Yep.
Lunch, he's a Chipotle and a Chick-fil-A guy. And then dinner, I know parents are cooking dinner. No, you eating, do you tend to eat home cooked meals for dinner, or are you still eating out with dinner?
It's like 50-50. It's so bad. I definitely have to work on it. But I mean, I think I'm still growing. Maybe I'm just getting fatter because I eat a lot now. So usually I'll be out with like friends and we'll go eat somewhere, and then I'll come back and eat the rest of the dinner that they already made. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. My eating schedule is horrible.
It's not good.
No, not at
Well,
all.
appreciate your transparency. So, okay, you mentioned hydration on a game day.
Yeah.
You're going to drink a lot. Typical day, not non-game.
It's about a $40 water bottle. That's a gallon.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
I've been bringing it to school every day.
I'm proud of you.
I realized how much water means after my first game last year. We played Roswell. We lost in overtime, and then we went and we had a Forsyth County tournament game for basketball. And with like a minute left in the game, I came down and my leg cramped harder than I've ever cramped in my life.
Really?
It was so painful. And so from there on, I'm drinking water like it's nothing.
So you feel good about your hydration?
Yeah. I just bought. People won't look at me like I'm insane when I walk around with it in the hallway. It's just got like a little whistle and a compass.
I don't know. Oh, the water bottle?
Yeah.
What's the whistle for? What's the whistle for?
I guess it was like a hiking one and getting some bear pumps. I don't really know. I don't know what that's going to do for a bear, but yeah, people, it is.
I got to see it. You got to
I'll bring. People are like, it's like the talk of the town. They're like, what in the world is that thing?
Well, we have for that too. So your hydration, you step your game up. So what about sleep? Okay, do you feel good about the amount of sleep you get per night?
I think I should get more, especially with basketball morning workouts. But I do take naps like none other, so I get a good amount of sleep. I probably get 7 hours every night, 7.5 hours every night.
That's not bad, though.
No, not bad at all. And then I'll take naps for sure.
So on a good night or average night, you're going to bed at around what time?
Like 11:30.
Okay, and then you say you wake up 15 minutes before.
Yeah, so like if I don't know, in the morning, I literally set my alarm for like 8:07, and school starts at 8:25. So you imagine how close I'm pulling it every day. But
yes,
if not for basketball, set it at like 6:40. He's got to get here at 7. But that's because I need to stretch, and they make me walk around the school because no one lets me in from the other parking lot. So
yeah. Okay, so you feel so sleep, and then now when are you taking your naps though?
Right after school or I'll either go out to eat with a couple buddies or I'll just come home and take naps.
Okay.
Because usually everyone else gets out at like 3:40, so that's when we'll have basketball practice or lacrosse practice, and games will be that night. But usually it's right there, and then I'll go out and do something with friends or go shoot and train with a couple buddies.
Okay.
Depends on the day.
Yeah. So you're definitely a team-oriented kind of guy. Like whether you're training with the guys, playing with the guys.
Yeah.
And you attend a lot of these. Like, so example, you playing 2 sports.
Yeah.
But you attend a lot of other sporting events, though.
Oh, yeah.
You look.
Because I got buddies on every team here.
Once again.
Yeah.
How do you balance academics with, like, either you playing a sport or you at a sporting event?
Yeah.
Still got schoolwork. You're a high schooler. What's your thing? What's your hack? How do you do it?
For me, I do study. For you guys that don't think I do. A lot of it is just based off the night. Like, for instance, like, we'll have games and the next day I'll have a test, so I'll either sleep in a little bit and then just wake up and then I'll miss, like, my first period and study for the test and stuff like that. Or, like, nowadays I'm able to go to these games because I set myself up towards second semester to where I have room to fluctuate my grades because I've either done so well or I've done so bad, but usually it's so well that like I'm able to like not study as hard because I know that it's not going to affect my grade as much when it comes to lacrosse season because that's later in the year. But a lot of it is just time management. Like I have so much time throughout my day now, especially as a senior, because you get out early to the point where, I mean, you can go train, come home, study, train, go out with friends, come back home and study again. So I'd say a lot of it is just my time management skills because I still, as much fun as I do have, I still put forth all my effort towards school because that's the most important.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And your parents wouldn't have it any other way?
Nope. Nope.
Any other way. So we talked about the leadership piece and you being a teacher type of leader.
Mm-hmm.
if you had to offer some words of wisdom, because when I think about you, it's like 2 or 3 words that come to mind. Well, all positive.
You gotta say it.
Absolutely, I wouldn't have brought it up if I were. I know the first one is confidence. Like when I interact with you, or when I see you playing your sport, I think confidence. I see confidence. The next word that comes to mind is like kind of more of a. I know you say you are a competitor, but no. I'm doing more relaxed. Like you don't seem to get uptight.
I don't.
It's like almost like you don't overthink.
No, I don't really. Like for me and a lot of people do talk trash, and I'm an easy target. I'm a fat white kid in basketball, so I'm an easy target. You're definitely have to cut that out. But yeah, I'm an easy target. I don't really talk a lot of trash, so I just try to stay relaxed as possible because I know you play better when you're more calm, and if I'm calm, the guys next to me are going to be calm. So that's the biggest thing. Is the more jittery you are, the more jittery the guys. Especially like coming up as a senior, I've been through it so much to where the point is this is just another day where it's like it's just another game to go out there and have fun and play. And so I try to have fun because that's the whole point.
That's huge, yeah. And that was my other word, fun. This man wants to have fun.
Yeah.
He wants to have fun in class.
Yep.
He wants to have fun in practice, but you understand the importance of hard work. So if you're talking to a middle school, we could go as young as elementary, middle, high school. If you're an athlete and you had to just share words of wisdom of how not overthinking and being confident helps you be a better athlete. Like what would you say?
So like I said earlier, is you're gonna have good days and bad days. So the biggest thing for me is just have fun and do your best. I mean, when you push yourself through the best and you don't compare yourself to others, you're going to put out the best product you can and have fun. Like if you're playing sports and you're not having fun, there's no point to play sports because this is supposed to be fun. It's your life. You got to live life with a smile on your face. And so my biggest words of advice is just go out there, smile, and push yourself every day and just meet new friends and push each other every day. Because, I mean, if you're doing that, you're going to have fun and you're going to be very good because if you push yourself to be the best you can while still having fun, it's just a whole new feeling versus, I mean, I know guys that don't have fun, but they'll train every day and they won't produce because they just don't have the mindset to go out there and produce. Like if you go out there with just the mindset of I'm going to have fun and I'm going to do my very best, and if I come up short, I come up short, and that's just how you have to do it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you're going to have good days and bad days for sure.
That's life.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yep.
So what's next for you? Like, so let me preface it. You have your senior year, so you have a basketball season coming, and then obviously going into lacrosse. So we know what the goal is for that.
Yeah.
Beyond high school, have you decided where you're going? What are you going to be doing? What do you want to do?
I have not. I'm currently still weighing out options of whether I want to play lacrosse in college or not and different stuff like that. For me, I want to set myself up somewhere where I can have fun but be very successful after when it comes to college. So, like, my brother went to Georgia, my other brother went to Tennessee. They're both lined up with great jobs, both living out of the house now. So having them as a mentor and seeing how they've done it has really pushed me to do it. But, I mean, I see myself having fun in college, but just trying to push myself to be the most successful and, like, best set up to where the rest of my life I'm doing something fun that also has set me up to have a great family and different stuff like that.
Speaking of fun, you recently created a website.
Oh yeah, I did.
So come on, teacher, coach. So what's that all about?
I made a website. If you, I'll send it to Coach Mateer so he can put in the link. But I'm gonna be giving out lacrosse lessons, and it's for an hour. It's $25. I'll have balls, but it won't be just you. You can bring your best friends. You can bring other kids. But I mean, we're just gonna go out there and we'll have fun, and it'll just be tips and tricks to help you to become the best. Because I've been around the game so long where I've known and seen different stuff that just helps me, and I'm still teaching guys to this day. And so, for me, as much as it helps money-wise, I'm doing it mostly because I just love to teach the game. So. He'll have the link, but The biggest thing for me when it comes down to that is I'm just doing it to have fun and teach little kids the sport I love.
Make some new friends?
Yeah, because it's so much fun to me just going out and having fun with people and being able to teach the new game. So, I mean, I'm definitely trying to do my best when it comes to it, and I think that I will help guys because I help guys at the high school level all the time.
Absolutely. Now, so even though you hadn't decided what you want to do next in terms of like whether it be what school, if you're gonna do a sport or not, what do you see yourself do? So if Brooks Wehman, fast forwarded, 5-7 years from now,
yeah,
what would you like to be doing? Now you're waking up,
not in jail. I want to be waking up.
Doing what?
Something in the business field. I just like I'm math's my specialty. Yeah. But when I'm older, I do want to come back and coach a high school or coach something to do with coaching because I love it so much. But what sport? Lacrosse.
Got it.
Just because that's like the most well-known. I've been around it for so long. But I definitely see myself, hopefully, if not, I'm in jail.
You won't be in jail.
Yeah, let's hope not. Hopefully doing something to where it's something that I love and have fun, but it's also putting me to work and keeping my head rolling and focus on good things to just come around. Because, I mean, in life you're going to be pushed, but that's the best part of life is being pushed. And that's, for me, it's a lot of fun to just go out there and compete. And whether it's in the business world or in the sports world, that's what I want to do. So somewhere in that area. I have no idea what I want to major in when it comes to business, this and that, but we'll see as it goes.
Now, is that what your brothers, did they major in business?
Yes, one of them was in supply chain, and then the other one is, I think he's in insurance. I don't really know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
On the business route, though.
Yep.
Okay, so that's what you. So you have kind of a general idea, nothing not specific, which is cool though.
Yeah.
But you
got enough of an idea to work it out now.
Well, you got a couple months to figure it out, and then around this time next year, you'll be on somebody's campus.
Yeah.
Right, whether you're playing a sport or not, we don't know. But if you're not playing, it's because you decided.
Yep.
You wanted to just.
Yeah.
Back away from.
Yeah.
But I know you have options.
Yeah, I've had opportunities for sure.
You have options.
Yep.
Though.
I'm just weighing out what would be best for me.
Yep. It makes sense, man. Well, anything you want to share before I go ahead and wrap this thing up? This has been very entertaining, just like I knew it would.
It's a lot of fun. My biggest thing is, I mean, obviously, when it comes to sports and training and all that, is you just gotta have fun with life, man. It's definitely gonna be ups and downs. There's days that suck and there's days that are awesome. But I mean, coming in here, especially like days in here, there's days where this man is like my worst enemy, and there's days where he's like my best friend. So it definitely comes down to just having the head steady level through it all and just do your best you can to put a smile on your face and have fun each and every day and to just boost others around you, because if you're doing that, you're living life right. That's all I've got.
You made me think of something when you said that. When you said worst enemy, best friend.
Yeah.
You made me think about your dad.
Yeah.
What role does your dad play in your athletics?
He's everything when it comes to how well I've developed as a player. He's been on my butt since I was like 7 and just pushing me to be, and obviously he played, so he knows what he's doing, but he's been pushing me to just be the best athlete I can. But at the same time, he knows that there's days where I'm going to have bad days and there's days where I have good days. And he's very understanding about like how everything's going on in my head, and he knows that it's different now versus when he was in college and how the game's grown and stuff like that. But the biggest thing I would say that makes him special to me is he wants me to be like the best Brooks I can be. And so he pushes me day in and day out, whether it's in school, out of school, on the field, off the field. He's there to push me, but to still have fun with me. And I would say the biggest like it factor for me having him around is like I've got someone that like I can lean on when times are tough, no matter what, especially when it comes to lacrosse, because there are games and days where I'm just like, wow, this sucks, and he's just like, he's there for me. And I mean, growing up with having him supporting me and teaching me from the sidelines has been everything because he's just developed me into the player I've been growing into.
That's good, man.
Yeah, he's been awesome.
That's good. Well, you're in a fortunate position to have a dad
Yeah.
in your life that pushes you, but at the same time supports.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a balance.
Balance, yeah.
And that's super
And we still
important.
have fun, so there's a third factor. We still get our laughs out for sure.
Yep. Well, look, y'all, it's been real. Thank you for taking time out to come in and share what makes Brooks Wehman. I learned.
People are gonna be so confused.
What I will say is, I always like to leave by telling you all, I work with you daily.
Yeah.
This is my 4th year.
Yeah.
But I learned something else about you today. A couple of things. First thing is I learned that you are a teacher.
Yeah.
Because I never been to a lacrosse practice, right? In the games, I'm off, so I don't get a chance to hear the interaction, see the interaction.
Yeah.
So I learned that you are a teacher.
Yeah.
You were competitive,
Yep.
and you just confirmed that you like to have fun.
Oh yeah.
I knew it, but you confirmed it.
Yeah, he's punished me a couple of times this way. You're having too much fun. So,
But no, look, gotta be
on your balance.
I gotta find my balance. Straight up. But no, look, man, I appreciate you coming down. Good luck this basketball season.
Thank you.
And obviously, definitely good luck with lacrosse this year, y'all. Brooks Wehman, man.
Thank you. You're having it.
All good, big dog.
Thank you.
We good.